G'day! Welcome back to Daily Endeavours for Saturday the 26th of July. So the Golden Vendor's up, because it's the weekend. It's a bit different though. There's no monster sets, there's only there's necklaces of all the PvP sets. There's a lot to go through here. I'm not going to do a video on this just because, one, a lot of these sets are kind of... There's no real reason I would say buying the necklaces is worth it. And two, it would take so long just explaining all this stuff. Yeah, I can do a separate video if people want, but yeah, there's just a lot of these sets aren't worth getting, I think. No, unless you like really know your PvP and you know like niche setups. That being said, Rallying Cry and Plague Break, these are definitely ones you do want to maybe look at, but even then, I think just buying jewelry from guild stores is going to be better, and just using like blue or purple stuff, because the difference between gold and like purple and blue isn't that substantial. It is for weapons, but not as much for armor and jewelry especially. But yeah, Rallying Cry, Plague Break, Vicious Death is really good too. Cyrodiil's Crest is good as well on a tank. It's just like a very easy to use selfish set. I don't think people use it in Veteran just because you need to be capable of using support sets, but that and Battalion Defender are like really easy to use. If you just basically want to block and never worry about your health, you can basically just use these two sets. They're really good. Deadly, always a good option for damage dealing, but you can get the medium armor usually anyway, and in most cases I feel like that's easier to get your hands on because there's more of it out there. But yeah, I'm not too sure. It's expensive either way for Deadly. Other than that, Dark Convergence is interesting. It's like a killing a large group of like trash mobs. But yeah, I personally wouldn't buy any of the gold jewelry here. I just buy like purple or blue stuff on guild stores. Right, so the set today is pretty good. There is no deals. Oh yeah, there's one DLC option, sorry. So this requires Thieves Guild, everything else is base game, and everything else is, everything is pretty chill, I'll be honest. If I were to choose Reptiles, skills with active skill styles, and damage destructions of Cyrodiil, these three here are pretty damn easy, especially since there is so many campaigns right now with White Strikes. You've got so many options here, and in most cases you're going to find a campaign where your faction is either fighting or owns everything, and in that case you'll probably find some easy structures to get. So I'll start with this one. It's kind of... I guess you could do this... yeah, you know what, I'll start with this one because you can do this while you're doing everything else, kind of. And also this one here, if you're looking for reptiles and if you're doing catching fish, you might find a Thieves Trove on the way. But I would avoid this one just because Thieves Troves are like the resource that is like hardest to find over any other one. There's only one, but sometimes it can be a pain in the ass to get. Alright, so skill styles. This is the main questline for scribing. This is all base game now, which is great. There are two really easy ones to get here. So Soul Trap Orchid Purple is great, and Wing of the Indrik is pretty straightforward, just going through Addon. Wing of the Netch, though, gives you Vigor Soothing Blue. This is probably the best one, I think, just because of how easy it is to get Vigor, how easy it is to use this, and just, yeah, the fact that you can basically just do this standing still. Once you've done Wing of the Netch, it'll probably be a few hours doing these quests here, especially these two, maybe an hour or two. But once you've done it, you don't have to ever do it again, and it will literally take you like 10 seconds casting this shit. So the two skills, Soul Magic, Soul Trap, Orchid Purple. If you don't have Vigor Soothing Blue, this is the easiest one to get. The first quest in scribing takes like 5 minutes usually, and this is what you get from it. So the only thing is this requires a target. So if you can just go to a guild hall and they've got like a target skeleton, you'll be good now. But yeah, the only difference is that with Vigor Soothing Blue, you can just cast this while you're in, like no matter what, you can just cast this as soon as you get in. And yeah, you literally just cast the skills and that's it. There's not much else to it. You just have to make sure this little paintbrush icon, just make sure that's next to the skill style itself, because otherwise it won't work. If it's here, it's the default one and that won't work. Just make sure that's selected and you'll be good to go. Okay, Cyrodiil repairs. talk to a quartermaster. Every keep has access to a quartermaster somewhere. And what you want to do is get 2 repair kits here. So either 180 gold or 500 alliance points. Just buy these, and then you need to find a wall to repair. Every keep has a ton of walls, and if you look at the health bar on these walls, you'll be able to see the health. Now, an easy way to check straight away if a wall needs to be repaired is if it has these crane tools here, then that's an indication that the wall is not full health. So in this case, we found this one here, and the amount of damage that you need to repair is tiny. 7,500 damage. This thing has like 400,000 health max. So you don't need much at all to get this done. So it's about 2% of a wall's health, and that's it. And you're done. Like, super duper fast. Like, 90% of trying to get this one done is going to be finding a keep to repair. Because sometimes you just won't find anything. Because either people will go and repair it themselves, or walls, like, keep walls will like automatically get repaired after a while. So try and find a campaign that is more busy, and just try and go to the front line, the ones your faction's taken recently, and try and repair those. Just avoid fights if you can, because anytime you get into fights, it's like time you're not bloody repairing shit. I should point out as well, the Cyrodiil defense crates have a couple of repair kits in them, so you might just be able to use these instead if you don't want to buy them. But eventually you will run out of those. But the cool thing is, when you repair walls, it gives you AP. So eventually you can just buy more. Like, you can buy a couple more with the AP that you get from repairing a bunch of stuff. So yeah, it does make it a little more efficient. But yeah, 180 gold. I assume most people will be able to handle that. And if you can't, just, the strat, go to White Gold Tower, into the to the Daedric Embers, or the Daedric Fragments door, and then just grab the coins on the tables in there. Okay, so now I will discuss reptiles. Guars are a common reptile that you'll be able to find. Gugutis are a good source as well. These are a bit tanky than guars. They count as well. And also, pony guars don't, because they're a critter, not a reptile. Where's a crocodile, though? So these are sort of your trio that you'll probably use most. So this area here, just west of the Forsaken Hamlet, this area is perfect for reptiles because there's tons of them here. The only issue is it's... Oh, no, I'm dumb. Stonemoist Mansion is fucking right there. Wow, I'd never noticed. So if you want easy access to this place, if you haven't got any wayshines nearby, get this one eventually, but you can use Stonemoist Mansion to get here for the first time. So home tours, browse homes. And this is completely free as well, so it's perfect. So Stonemoist Mansion, it's right here. Just travel to anyone, doesn't matter which one. So what this will do is, for free, this will take you to the house. If you go out the front door, it will take you out to Shadowfen, where this is. And so it just saves you having to travel all the way there yourself. It just saves a lot of the work. Turn around, leave home. From here, just ride down a bit. And basically, as soon as you get down here, you'll see some Gugutis to kill. So it's really, really good. Lamias are not reptiles. For fucking whatever reason, these are actually considered to be humanoid foes. I don't understand it, but yeah. That or barbaric foes, one of the two. It never makes sense to me. Anyway, so yeah, Gugutis over here, and crocodiles over here, and guars too. So travel out here, get a bunch of kills here, and then get this wayshine. Easy access from that point on. There is one more option which I'll recommend. You can find guars in all sorts of places. In Stonefalls, you'll find them. Find some guars here in Dagger Point Invasion Camp. You'll find a bunch in the Sulphur Pools. I know you'll find one here, but I don't think you can find more than one. My what the fuck? My personal choice for this is Burst Crucible. So this is in the very southeastern side of the Rift. And as soon as you start this, you will encounter 6 Durzogs. These Durzogs are considered to be reptiles. So you can get this done like very quickly by using Blessed Crucible. It's instance, which is great because it means no matter how busy like the other places are as far as players go, if you're not in a group, this, like, nobody else will be in here, like, killing this stuff. So you can just jump in, everything will be spawned, you're not waiting for things to respawn, you just jump in, kill them, and then as soon as you go out the front door, wherever you came in from, via Wayshrine, it will just take you straight back there. So it's just convenient as well afterwards, because you can just go and do whatever's next on your endeavors list, or, you know, event, or whatever you want to do next. So, easiest way to get here, again, home tours. Use this home here, Old Mistfell Manor, so you just look that up on home tours, and then from there, you just travel down this road here. You'll get past this, the wooden sort of palisade wall here. Just turn right, there'll be a bunch of stairways you can use to here, and then that will lead to Blessed Crucible. From there, you should be good to go. Thieves Trove. So, just give you an image here. This is what a Thieves Trove looks like. You need Thieves Guild in order to access these. You can still see them if you don't, but you can't interact with them. It's kind of annoying. So yeah, this is the only one that requires these a DLC of some sort to access today. Not that I would do it anyway, because finding one of these things can be a pain in the ass. They're much more rare than every other resource, like chests, you know, blacksmithing ores, shit like that. There's so many more on the map, but in every zone there's probably like 15 or 20 Thieves Trove locations, and I would say maybe like 10 or 5 of them actually have one usually. So finding these can be annoying, so I try to avoid it if possible. But I'll go through some of these locations. So a link for this will be going into the description. This is the UESP Interactive Map. And what you can do with this is you can go to a zone, scroll in or zoom in, and you'll see these little blue chest icons here. These are Thieves Trove locations. Oh yeah, it's a Legend main one. So these locations here are what you check to see if there's Thieves Troves there. There is another map which I'll link, which is for Vardenfell specifically, which is easier to read. But yeah, the Thieves Troves here, there's tons and tons of zones. They all have different Thieves Troves. In like pre-set locations, but whether or not they'll be there is another thing. Like I cannot guarantee like that there'll be a Thieves Trove there. You can go through like easily 5 or 10 and not find a single one. But yeah, let's see how we go. Yeah. Oh, there is 2. They're nice. Right, so if you get close enough to one of these, they'll make noise. So that's the noise they make when you're close to them. So listen out for that. It might help you find them. But yeah, they have that little blue aura around them. And yeah, you'll just be able to loot one of these as soon as you find them. So you have to grab everything. You can't just grab like one part and leave it for other people to do the endeavor for. You have to take everything. It's yeah, a bit annoying there, but... So UESP has one of these Thieves Trove maps for every single zone, even the like smaller ones. For example, here you can see Thieves Trove here for Bleakrock Isle, Thieves Trove here, Thieves Trove here. So yeah, just take your pick which zone you want to go, one that's familiar with you, and just run around and see what you can find. Now I've chosen Bleakrock because this is where I'm going to talk about the catching fish one. So that's, I use this zone pretty frequently for Bleakrock. Sorry, for fishing. So this area here, Skystride Bow, this is where I go, because what I do is I use river fishing holes. There's like a certain area that I like to use, and they use insect parts, and you can get a ton of insect parts in this area here. What you're looking for are torch bugs. It's like glowing, flying sort of insects that you can see around trees, and you'll find them around the area in Skystride Bow. Here's an example here, torch bug. So my advice is probably gather about 10 or 12. No more than 15. The reason I say you need more than 8 is because sometimes when you catch something, it won't be a fish. It'll be like a gunny sack, or it'll be like a used bait or fish roe, and that doesn't count as a fish. You can also get a furnishing that's a fish, but it doesn't count as catching a fish. It's a bit weird. But yeah, that's also a thing. So get more than you need, just in case that shit happens. Also, if you want the skeletons here to be not hostile, complete the quest here, and it'll mean that you can just run around here easier, because you're not dealing with these skeletons attacking you. we're running around here for a bit. Sometimes you won't see any around the trees. If people come through and grab them, they despawn. So maybe just like check. Maybe just check other areas. Like yeah, you can see some here. Keep moving. If you can't find any in the actual ruins themselves, just go out a bit and check some of the trees. You can see some here, a bunch here. Yeah, there you go. That's a bunch. Now, sometimes you will also get torchpoke thorax. So I've talked about these a lot, but these sell for a fucking lot of gold. These, yeah, so you can use these to sort of fuel other endeavors, you know, other ones that are easy, but they cost some gold. You can use these to make up for the gold that you need for those. Or you can use them yourself for alchemy endeavors, or you can use for other things. Yeah, it's up to you. So my choice for this is this area here. This has got tons of river fishing holes that I use. The way to get here if you don't have this wayshrine is just to use home tools again. Just use Ebony Flask In Room or Ebonheart Chateau. Either of these will lead you pretty close. And from there you just go down south, get the wayshrine, and you'll be good from here. Now, I guess I should mention there is also a location for a Thieves Trove here. Right here. So maybe check this for a Thieves Trove too before you start looking for those. Okay, so this is the area here, just along here. There is one spot that will be a foul fishing hole. Just keep that in mind. This one here. So if you see that one, just make sure you don't use river bait for that. Use the foul fishing baits if you can, because using the wrong type of bait for a fishing hole means that you get less chance to catch a fish, and you don't want to do that. So what you do is you hold E. A thing just like a quick slot bar circle comes up. Just select one that has river bait in the description. And yeah, you've also got crawlers, and fish row down here will be for foul as well if you want to try that hole. But yeah, so you get your insect parts here, you press E, you start your fishing, and now you wait. So as soon as your character starts doing an animation like the lines stretching, you can press E again to reel in a fish like that. And there you go, so we got a salmon. And now you just fish again, and you just repeat that process until you get 8. That's all there is to it. This one's very simple. Another one. And yeah, we got a different fish, River Betty. Another one. There's an add-on you can get that that helps for this. Hold on, I'll find out what it's called. Votan's Fisherman, which is that once the fish has started, like, is reel-inable, I guess, it gives you, like, a notification. So if you're watching YouTube or something in the background, you can use that as, like, a more noticeable gesture to reel it in. You can use that too. And it also does other things, but mostly related to the angler achievement if you want that. It tells you, like, what fish you've caught, which ones you still need to catch from each hole type. But yeah, I've never bothered with the angler achievement, so it's not my look at. Oh, there you go. So we got a blue quality one there. So that's the whole angler thing. You can get different types of fish, and you can't get these from like other zones such as Addon and stuff. Okay, so I got pretty lucky there. 8 fish in a single go. Only took me a few minutes. Sometimes we get a few non-fish, but usually like maybe 10 goes it should work. And yeah, that'll only take a few minutes. But this one's pretty quick. Just might take a little bit extra just with the initial preparation. So the fishing hole... Oh god, had to move the microphone too close. The hole's gone away now, so in this case we'll have to go searching for another one. Now there's a lot of holes here that will be down this river, so if you can't see one nearby, you just might have to just keep searching a bit. So there's a couple down here. There'll be some over here. Usually there'll be a couple up here. You can see with them in the distance with like splashing animations. There's one there, so you could use that one instead. And then there's a few more to the south above the waterfall that you can search for. But you need to come up here to get access to it, so just make sure you come up here. there's a couple of enemies nearby too, so just be careful of those. There's just little scamps. So that's the waterfall there. So just come up here. There'll be a fishing hole over here. There's one. There'll be a fishing hole just here somewhere. And there'll be one more up here. Yeah, there it is. Past that, I'm pretty sure there's... Oh, there is one. Okay. Never mind. There is another one here. Yeah, up until this... I believe this waterfall, you can't go any further. Alright, so that concludes dailies for today. It's a pretty straightforward set, I think. But if you have any questions, as always, just give me a holler. Just put a comment in, I'll give you a hand. Okay. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. Enjoy your weekend. See you next time. Take care.